Hello, hello! Welcome back to another edition of Gundam. We are back on the Sunday. Hope everyone is having a fine day. Hope everyone is looking forward to Set 2. But this is the last Gundam before Set 2. Next Gundam, all cards in Set 2 are going to be allowed. We're going to have a new set. Hopefully we're going to see some new strategies being tried out. Because I love the fact that we have seen a bunch of people trying some different things in Gundam. As soon as Purple came out, we had people using Purple in Gundam. I want to see those new strategies in Set 2. And today, it's just going to be me. And unfortunately, some people are a little bit busy, so we have to have Danny and Becca elsewhere. So Danny is judging, Becca is recovering from his own personal things. Because not everyone can make every Sunday. I am just a madman that has decided I will free up every Sunday in perpetuity, outside of some different things such as going to regionals or going to big events. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We have 12 people registered, I believe. I think like 11 or 12, 11 it was. Including DRK Muller, who decided to register at stopping time, which is very funny. We'll just make sure that everybody is around, and then we'll be able to jump into the games. And from the minor set of Doma, the tall goose is unfortunately not the best in set. However, it did get one of the best alt arts in the next set. If you're talking about art, then the Tall Goose, best alt art in set. I do gotta say, I really like the Tall Goose alt art. Oh, it is so good. I love the graffiti motif with it. It is so peak. And you know what? Maybe you might be able to make it best in set 2. We've not played with set 2 much yet. There's not been too much around. It could be very, very good. There's only one way to find out, and that is to give it a try. Especially with Zex having more links, it's a lot more viable to try running Zex in a deck. As I think that's usually the biggest, like one of the biggest holdbacks of trying things out was how many link targets does it have. So running Kira, that's easy. Like Kira links with so many different suits that you want to run several of. Links with Sword Strike, Ale Strike, Perfect Strike. So linking with like 10 cards in your deck sometimes. Because if you're running like 4 Ale Strike, 3 Perfects, 3 Sword, there's 10 cards. That means you have one of your pilots, which you're probably running at a 4 of, links with a 5th of your deck. That's very good. That's very consistent. Zex, in the first set, links with like the Tall Goose, which was it, and the Tall Goose on its own was very expensive to get its effects up and running. Where, like, yeah, it'd be really, really good late game, but that's when you're in top deck mode, which is not really where you want to be. In general, you want to try and keep things going, and if you're in top deck mode, that's grindy and very, very situational. And I think a card just being good in top deck mode is kind of weak, personally. But you know, Zex, now in the next set, he'll have another Tall Geese, it links with Epion. So we will definitely see some big things happening, I think. And from the next set, I think we're going to see things like Titans, I think we're going to see some of, I think we're going to see like more of Neo Xeon ping with a lot of the Haman stuff, because I know people like Haman. I also think we're going to see a lot of people trying out Clan as well. I think that being another one. IBO with the more purple stuff. So I am very excited, as it seems to me that the first round is up. And it's two people that we have started seeing more and more. Which is Wrathboy and Anastasia. We're just waiting for them to show up and get into the correct tables. And they'll be able to transition over. And by that I mean I have just been informed that Table 1 is going to be delayed, so we're not actually starting out on Table 1. So that means we're going to see some different people. I like seeing different people. Oh, I have free reign over who we're going to go and see now, actually. Oh, I like this freedom. This freedom feels nice. So yeah, instead, I don't think I'm going to hang out on Table 2. As I try and get the names right, which is Naval Fed, and I believe it was Gecko. Let me double check the spelling because I want to spell everyone's names right. I was nearly right. And that's done. Let's get over into the games. Hope everybody's ready. Looking like I see some blue up from Levo. Or Levo. However the name is actually pronounced. I believe it's Levo Fed. And a Onyx with one of the new promo cards for their base. And it's the G Eternal crossover. I still need to get myself the aerial for that. I don't care much about collecting all of them, but I just need the aerial for my aerial collection. And we're going to see the standard draw resource pass, draw resource pass. Yep, draw resource pass, draw resource pass. Level 2. Gonna see anything now? This might show off. Pays 2. Double gym. So I think this is a rush deck. Are we gonna see any blockers down? That's the big thing. No blockers. Oh, that's rough. If we can break through now and just play more stuff down, this is going to be very, very rough for Levo. I'm hoping that he'll see something so we can have a better game, because rush games can be over so fast. Pays 2 for Rick Dahl. Pays 1 for a gun cannon. And just, yep, breaks base. Just says, okay, I'm gonna get ready. Realistically, if it's blue-white he's playing, I want to see Sword Strike right here. Sword Strike feels like almost crucial to be able to get rid of two things. And he does have it, but it's not with the Kira. Yeah, that's really unlucky. He's able to clear board a little bit. But that Rick Dom's just going to swing through it. No, it's just clear a unit. Take a base. Cause like, yeah, you're trading, but you're still working your way through shields. Ammo to hand, that's very nice. We'll say, not a bit of, it seems to be not sequencing as well as I would hope so. Another Sword Strike, and now he just plays out a bunch of units. If he just has a bunch of 1-drops, you just throw everything onto the board. And just say, okay, I'm gonna go next. Yeah, he's just playing a Zaku, plays another Zaku. Probably just going to be getting ready for swing again. This is a really rough start for a level. Because having to burn the EX mean he's still only level 4. Does have the Gundam Amuro though. Definitely the right choice there. And he just does that pass. Takes 3, repairs 2. This is rough. I am... Because the thing is, he's seeing units to clear board, but all his but Oni's not been playing out realistically that much, so he's still going to have a lot in hand. He decides to make the trade. Maybe he just has something that pings in hand. Doesn't get anything from the search though. I think not getting anything from the search is going to be pretty big from not being able to recover everything. Yeah, paste, there's the Archer that kills the Gundam. Needed that to come down. Yeah, ooh, Korska base. If he has a link though, then that's a very big. Nope, just goes very wide. Yeah, if you don't get a block route, deal with the with something then. Lethal is being presented. Does have to get 2 blockers. This is very important, I think. Doesn't take anything off board, but it's enough to slow him down enough. Unless there's a Char link with high maneuver. I think the blue-white, I think a level is kind of stabilized a little bit now. Just because you can just block the things with 3 attack, make sure they die. So it's really rough, but it's not quite over. Oh, but there's an Amuro. So yeah, you can't let that through. Very, very good to see. Shadexia and Brian, thank you very much for the kind words. Yeah, that means a lot. I'm happy with the little thing we've got going now. Yeah, well, so the ammo was pretty big. Because you can just swing out now. With everything on board. And there's not much it's going to do because you can just... If there's no other base in shield, if you just swing Zaku to Jim, gun cannon Jim, you're basically set. Because you're going to have... Because you just need to play one more thing. And you're going, okay, how are you going to deal with this? That was a huge ammo. Yep, swings gun cannon. Swings the gym. Yep, there's a freedom. And then just passes. Yeah, this is rough. This is very, very rough. And again, just showing that aggro is still around, still alive. And I honestly think it's going to stick around still in set 2. Because even though you could build decks against aggro and just having like so much early game, turning it off, I don't think there's enough. I think if you do that, you'll just shut yourself down to every other deck. Just get another base down. Does he have the other blocker? He does have another striker pact, so again, not dead on board, but a link or an Amuro would just be devastating right now. Like, Sharlink ends the game because who cares about blockers? So yeah, only just playing the rush game very, very well. Yeah, I definitely agree. There's more, but it's more, but not really. Because a lot of the new interaction fits into decks that aren't as strong, so they might work well against aggro, but they're also probably going to feel a little bit worse into some of the other decks. Which I think is the real struggle. And we're like, why I think aggro is going to stay pretty strong. And again, though, I think with a lot of the new decks, I think there's going to be something, because a lot of things look like they have potential. The Gundam does come out, though. That's an easy trade. He really needs to find some more blockers, though. Yeah, and that's kind of the issue, Shedexia, with a lot of the new ways of interacting. Oh, that's right, he's getting AP buffs, so he's able to take out more. That's good, okay. That's very, very handy. That little bit of extra AP is maybe going to save his life. Internal pairs. He has to have more blockers, though, because again, a link and it's over. Nope, just gets to go wide again. This is the first shield leaving Oni's shield area already. This shows how much pressure he's had on this game. It is... aggro is suffocating. And you can tell that he's not... that Levo's not seen many of his early blockers. If he starts seeing his L threats, then he's going to be in a really strong, like in a much stronger position. Sword Strike, again, very, very good card to see. Can take out the base, it can get rid of a little bit of the pressure. The scary thing now with swinging, though, is if you give him a Char and he has another Char Zaku, or something that can link with it, then it's basically signing your own death warrant. Oh, the Amuro, that's bad. He needs to have another blocker. Yeah, all he needs to do is put an Amuro on one of these things and it's over. Yeah, just swings through shields, just says, I'm going to put some pressure on you now. Yeah, if he does have the one up, so if that's for the unforeseen, that might just be enough. Goes to 4, down to 1. Yeah, seeing the arrow would be just enough if he has the unforeseen in hand. Yeah, both players threatening lethal. So it all comes down to, does he have... Again, it's a do they have it? The Amuro is the obvious, put it on something, turn the blocker sideways, GG. If he has the Gundam Amuro to just be able to get another swing out there, then that's over as well. Pressure the one is the one card the unforeseen. Looks like he's just going to go for it. There's the Amuro. The rest the blocker. Swings base. That is the unforeseen incident. Just saves him. Oh, but he has the Char. He had the second pilot. Oh, that's so close. That's so unlucky. Yeah, that would he did definitely play that correct though, keeping that open. Putting him down to just, does he have it? I think he's saying that he was holding on to that Char for a while, kind of hoping for another Zaku. That's very well played from both people, though. And again, the aggro matchup is so difficult. Because we were down to, if it's not this turn, it's the next turn. Yeah, so while it's... Yes. So while like level was like not in that for a while just because of how much pressure, in the end of it he managed to go wide enough and deal with just enough of the board that actually he was close. It was next, if he didn't die, if he didn't have it, like that was game. Very, very well played there. And while we wait for this, I think I'm going to try and jump into another game. With a couple of Sundom staples. We have a Health NOL and Kujex. Looking like this is blue-whites versus another rush deck. No, this is like blue-red. Which is very interesting. Gets the Elfriths down. And a Gundam down. Takes out the base. Again, I've not seen much blue-red going on, so GG to a Kujex for giving it a try. We've not seen we don't see much red at all. Like, we had new type ping, but since that kind of died down, as people kind of figured out how to play against it, we've not seen red at all. So I'm really hoping that we're going to see some more diversity of decks in future Sundums after set 2. So make sure to come next week as well. It is the Sunday Fun Day, Callum Bain. That is indeed what we do here. And we're always glad to have you here as well. Everyone here is always so greatly appreciated. Yeah, Kujex just playing another unit and just saying, go next. The issue being, you could just stay there for too long. Then you and I before you do. Oh, but this is another Justice. Yep. Saw that one coming. But again, it's another blocker. So I'm expecting a couple swings here. I'm expecting you to swing with Gundam, then swing with a Justice. They'll start burning through those shields. So if you don't swing at all, then it's going to be kind of over. Gets a burst to hand. And apparently, when I was switching the layouts, thank you for telling me, Danny, I clicked on the wrong PNG. Don't worry, guys, we are professionals here. There we go, easily fixed. Oh, shows a sailor, but needs an ammo. That was definitely needed. If he has another link, then. Oh, has another Amaro. Lifrith. Anksha goes through. If it's not a base, it's GG. And that's GG. Everything has of over 3, so even an unforeseen couldn't save him there. Yeah, GG. We also see a couple of games. Yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit of a... yeah, is it did a Kuj XW? Yeah, I've got one more game because table 1 was a little bit delayed. But as I'm looking, it's looking like it's about to be over right now. As we are down to a 0 shield situation. So I'm hesitant to join this one because it looks like it's about to be right over, and change stuff around is really difficult. I'll see if I can do it just in time. Ref boy. Can I get everything in position correctly before this game is over? As Rathboy starts trading, it is not looking good. He has no shields left. There's 4 units on board. Yeah, needs to just hope he can clear board right here. The thing is, when clearing as well, though, if he's able to get a way of dealing with that gem. Whether it's a base or some other way. Gun cannon. Does he have... Does get turned and pinged. Does he have some... Is there another way to ping it down? Just double checking his resources. And the gun cannon to finish it off. He does clear the board. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's on now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thing is, Rap is actually now 1 link away because a suppression is on. That suppression's online. Does get a tall goose though. And a Gundam. Estesia is definitely like one of the best aggro players that we have in Sundam. Yeah, I think just kind of he does get the suppression off. Gets to take out 2. Gets to just say, yeah, this is closer than it was going to be. Don't worry about it. Yeah, just doesn't end up having it. Which is always very unlucky in the end. But that is GG. I think that's it. Oh, got a base. Yeah, GG to Estesia. Also GG to Rathboy though. That's a very good board clear. Yeah, I think that's all of round one wrapped up now. So very soon we'll be moving on to round two. Maybe we'll have Rathboy becoming like another Sundom local. Which I like to see. I like to see people start Sundom and then keep playing consistently. Like, I like seeing the names, I like seeing the storylines build up. Because we get to see someone start Sundom, maybe not win, maybe not doing the best, but then over time you can see them placing a little bit higher. They'll have like one really good Sundom where they go X1 and they get close and they eventually find that win. I like seeing that. You know, it makes us feel like Sundom's growing. And we may not be the biggest, we may not be the brightest. I know I certainly am not the brightest. I think we do some pretty good stuff here. Yeah, once the results are done and in, we get to move on. I'm very, very excited. Because moving on means more games, and more games, it means more fun. And we do like more fun. And again, instead of just continuing their streak of just doing very, very well, like I said before, one of the best aggro players we have from Sundom. Consistently doing very, very well. And we do have the second round live now. With DRK Mullet and Rickster 117. Just going to wait for both of them to get into table one, and then we'll be able to get sorted and get started. We'll be able to transition over and go, let's go. More games, more games, more games. And by the way, what is everyone looking forward to in set 2? Is there any decks anyone really wants to give a try? Are people just going to stick with what they know from set 1? I think I myself, Titans looks really interesting. I want to see if I can make that work. I'm also planning on building a more for fun decks as well, because I've noticed a couple of things that just be really funny that are not good in any way, but it's just very, very funny, which is what I call the get unrotated deck, where we just fill it with blockers. We have the new aerial rebuild that can become a blocker. You just play 4 Strike Rouge, 4 Archangel, just keep swinging and unsuspending everything. And watch everyone perish. Ah, that's right. We stopped running the Grey's commander types. We instead run Rick Diaz. Such a monumental shift in the way the decks are built. Which I do think is really funny that it was just... Like, the Grey's commander type was so quickly power crept out by the Rick Diaz. It is so funny. Because it just reads, I can swing this, and go, oh yeah, Elfrith's on 1 health. Haha, guess what? Away! Both plays set up. I need to reset the card image. Whoops-a-daisy, I just noticed I did not change that around. There we go, we are back reset now. This is a professional production, by the way. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not just one dude sitting in his office pretending that he knows what he's doing. Yeah, okay, very far away from the camera. I might need to crop that a little bit so we can see a little better. Let me just go back. What? That's... Okay, so there's some weird things going on, it seems. There we go, that is working. The good people at Man in Blue know what they're doing, aside from the fact that the stream is breaking. I'm trying to fix the stream, and the stream is breaking. We're just gonna have to have a faraway DRK, it seems. I'd say, whoops-a-daisy, things happen sometimes. Sometimes people have square webcams that are a little bit far away. There we go, things are slightly fixed, back to how they should be. Oh boy, OBS is a piece of software indeed. So much so, I didn't even notice that a lot of cards are being played. Again, Rush showing its absolute dominance everywhere. You cannot escape Rush. Because the issue is, Rush is just good. It's fast, so the games don't take too long, so you're not putting too much pressure on yourself. And it's also consistent as well. Just because most of your cards are super low cost, you're going to be able to like play out with roughly the same strategy every time. And you basically put all the onus on your opponent of having it. And then when you do have it, there is nothing your opponent can do. You just play out some dudes. I'm going to link. I'm going to take out swing. I'm going to take out shields. I'm going to link again. I'm going to keep on going, putting so much pressure. You can either high maneuver past blockers. You can ammo past blockers. However, Purple Blue definitely having the right answer with that Gundam Amuro, though. It takes out the Sharzaku, who do get their search. Don't look like they found anything, though. And now is Purple Blue able to take the initiative. Oof, Korska base. That is a card draw. Definitely to think about taking out some of those units otherwise. you are going to be in a very, very rough spot. Especially with that Gundam. Ideally, you would have a link to get rid of it. Ideally. PS4 has their own Gundam Amuro. Or are they just going to play the tempo game and say, actually, I can win the tempo war here, and I'll just play it a little bit safe? Mikazuki to hand. Yeah, this is a really rough one now, because you can either try and play for the tempo with shields, now you have more units. Yeah, or just decide to say, no, I'm going to take care of this. Yeah, aggro versus aggro match was really interesting because at any point, enough shields, like at this point, enough shields have been taken that people can just start saying, I'm just going to flood the board and win next turn. And it'll be on the other person to just, deal with it. Does get a second form, though. Looks like he's just going to go and be a trade monster, I guess. I'm guessing ping one of the Zaku-2s, swing the Gundam into the other. Actually, you swing the Mikazuki into the other one. Oh no, it just decides to trade with there. Yeah, I'm playing more leaving one alive than just still focusing shields for breaking base. But this is probably the better in the long run. Just trying to eliminate tempo. And there we go, tempo is now back in favor of DRK. Aggro is... It's a thing. I keep trying to analyze the board states, but there's so much that can happen that it can be so hard to keep track of, especially with the fact that one of them is purple-blue as well, and purple being so new. There's a lot of things you're going to miss. So I think one of the biggest ones is people always seem to forget about Fatal Strike. They will load up an Elfrith with a 2 health pilot and say, okay, they can't rotate me now. What are they gonna do? And then they just say, okay, Fatal Strike, and kill it. And they go, ah, geez, my thing. Yeah, it's on Richter now. You have to deal with the Gundam now. It's at a point where it's done a little too much. Gun cannon ammo is something that works very well. Yep, this just swings into the Gundam, takes it out. No. Just leaves the Gundam alive and says, no, I want the shields. Okay. I thought for sure that was going to swing into the Gundam. Instead of deciding they want to keep the board pressure up instead of just completely clearing it. We'll have to see how this goes, though. This is interesting. I have no idea what Riggs could have in his hand that would make him let that Gundam stay alive, considering he's just going to swing into the Zaku 2 again and heal back up. He's just going to keep eating and eating resources. And then if he just swings, then if there's just another swing at shield. No, but even worse, he just gets to a rest of the Zaku 2 and says, no, I'm going back to full. That is very, very rough. If he just has if he has something that pings, then that's a dead board. Yeah, Mikazuki, it's going to be a cleared board. Yeah, and he can just put the damage onto the Gundam as well, which will heal it back up. Yeah, DRK just... What a turn. And this is why I think I definitely would have taken out the Gundam. Guess the Char's Gelgoog, just take out base. Now anything that it hits will just wipe out. But again, DRK's just got so much value on that last turn. It's going to be so difficult to come back now, I think. Yeah, this takes the Gelgoog, and then the Gundam is just going to swing, heal. This Gundam has got so much value. Is why this Gundam is so good. Like, if for some reason you've not been paying attention for the last time, I want you to look at this card and read the repair to. The fact that he's got this off so many times just means that all of a sudden he's been able to trade. Now he's able to use it to swing. He's been able to do so much with it. Oh well, he's also just played the other Gundam as well. Which is good for getting the card draw, but in general it just lacks a lot of stuff. And again, now just has a lethal on board, and has just got extra ride. There's nothing you can do in this situation. The Gundam has done so much. Yeah, just puts his hand down and just says GG. Very well played from DRK though. Very, very well played. Oh. Now it's table 1, round 2. Let's see if there's any other games that are going on. Looks like we have 2 more tables still happening. Go to table 4. We have Health NOL versus Ref Boy. If I can get the game onto the screen before the round finishes. We have the blue-white versus the blue-purple. But it looks like blue-white is very, very well set up. Gets a Mikazuki, gets to put a gets to turn on suppression. And again, I think I need to see another Mikazuki come down. Did I change mics? No. I realized from last week there is the other Mikazuki that I had a cable loose. Like, I think I just accidentally knocked my audio cable, so it was loose. And so I plugged that back in. And what did you know? Having something plugged in properly makes it sound nicer. Like, it's a miracle. Who would have thought it? You know? But that's me, and I just assumed my setup was working properly. And then someone just mentioned a Discord call, just going, hey, you're really quiet. I checked literally everything else. I just said, sorry, this is going to make a sound. Pushed my cable in, like, not even a millimeter. And they're like, oh my, that's so much better. And now here we are, back with my lovely, luscious voice through the nice microphone. Anyway, shout out to the guys at Rode for making really, really nice microphones. They are very nice. I have been using this one for... oh god, when did I get this microphone? Oh god, I'm really sure my age. Because I got this before PMT shut down. Oh, when did I get this? I was still in high school, I think. Was I? I think it was either still in high school or I just started college. Yeah, I think I just started college. This mic is nearly 10 years old, and it's still going strong. So yeah, you know what? Definitely shout outs to the guys over at Rode. Saving me each and every single time, as Ratboy is just trying to figure out his swings. He knows he needs to get through. And he just lets it through because, again, this is just going to be instant blocked. Although Raph is messing with the resources, so I reckon there's a trap here. I reckon if he blocks with the Ale Strike, it's just an immediate... I can't remember the name of the card, but it buffs up. Like, it deals a damage to you and then gives it plus 3 AP. He's thinking about it. Oh wait, no, I had a damage. What am I thinking? It had a damage on it. I am so stupid. You know what? Fire the host. Fire the host. The host is stupid. With iron and blood, that's it. Goes wide, repairs. Yeah, a lot of new card names I need to remember. Kujex 2.0, let's go! But now there is no Kujex 2.0. Every player is their own player. This early on, it's hard to try and, like, you can't really make out. There's a lot of the same deck, so no one can, like, have their deck. Unless it's something that literally no one is playing. Justice coming down, getting more blockers out. And even more blockers. And I will say the three AP blockers are going to be doing a number. Fatal Strike. And probably due to the Grey's Commander type, most likely. Because that means you have something that deals 1 damage. Yep, that's the best choice. So if you have something that deals 1 damage, you take it out. Because the Zowar, you are fine with being alive. Because it can't swing at you. It's annoying because it gets in the way. But it's not going to do much else. The Grey's Commander, though, that can also swing at you, is enough to take out, you know, the Rizel and the purple Rizel. Yeah, as soon as this swings, the Grey's Commander is blocking. There's no doubt about that. Yep, the quickest block with the Grey's Commander I could ever see. This swings blocks with the Zowart. If you look at the difference in card advantage, you are happy to make these 1-for-1 trades any day of the week. Just decide to swing with the Gundam. And use the EX to unforeseen. And I think that's game. I think with this much of a card disadvantage, there's not much you can do. Does he have a pilot for the I think he does. Let's go. We have the pilot to get the faux link. No base and just gets to go for game. Hello Lazi, welcome back to the chat. We do love to see the faux link with having 2 Justice out. It is very funny in my opinion. Because Justice just says, hey, when paired. So if you have a second one come down while you have a Justice on board, you can just say, oh, I'm going to pair the one that was already here, swing it, and look, this token could swing now too. It is such a nice touch to have. Now wraps up those rounds. We have 3 undefeated again. So potential final round. But you know, we'd love random awkward interactions. Potentially. Which, you know what? I wouldn't hate. The issue is, like, the one token spam deck we'd seem to get all has tokens with 0 AP, and also a not triple ship alliance. Charles Gallagher getting Sailor back. I thought it was Xeon Pilot. Am I going crazy? Am I forgetting that card? I need to double check the card now. Give me a second. Oh no, it is just one new type pilot. Huh. For some reason, I think because I've exclusively used it to get back Shah, I have never acknowledged that it was a new type pilot. Yeah, we have Kujex versus DRK Muller now. Both players getting shuffled up. And now they're rolling the dice. Let's go into the potential final round. Potential final round. And then we're going to have the breakdowns. I'm very excited. You know, I think I'm happy for a short one today. I myself am feeling pretty tired. So once it's over, I'm probably going to cut the stream short. You know, it is Sunday. We all have work on Monday. At least I know I have work on Monday. Some people, luckier than I, are probably living lavishly, not doing anything on their Monday mornings. Or as much as I love Sundom, I do need to look after myself as well. As it looks like both players are now ready to go. We see DRK with the across the airwaves fist bump. As we draw resource pass. Draw resource. Not pass. We see the gym come down. And now the rush is on. A move so nice, Kujex wanted to do the exact same thing. Now comes the Rizal. Opting not to swing there. It's just, they're just playing the same cards. Is this the crossover episode? Yeah, there was most likely going to be a DRK that's able to take the initiative. No, you know, being able to get down that Rizal first to break the base. Pays 3 for a Gundam. just opts to do nothing, knowing that if he swings out, then he might be in a rough position. At some point, someone's going to have to, pull the trigger. That person is Kojak. He's the one that said, I am going to start swinging out. Just takes out the EX base. And takes out shields. If you can go super wide, then I think this is really good for him. But if he only plays out one thing, then he's just going to be up-traded massively. Bust is coming out. And it's only the bust. Ugh. All of a sudden, I am no longer a fan of this. Probably just asking, what on earth does Buster do? And what Buster do? Oh, that's big. Gets a ping. It's going to ping the Gundam itself, probably. Because it can repair one after this. And then you ping the Rizal, and all of a sudden you can just open trade. I'd say pings itself. Pings itself, get the repair one. No, pings the Rizal. Pings the Buster. Also, for some reason, decides to not draw a card off of the Gundam trigger. But, and go off King. Unless he did do it and I missed it. In which case, I'm just going to stay silent because I do not want to give someone too much of an advantage. And then Gun Cannon to finish that off. He really should have pinged the Gundam. I think he's realizing now if he wants a clear board, he should have pinged the Gundam instead. Although I will say, if this is the final round, this will be one hell of a final round. Because they either blue-red or blue-purple winning it. Nice, it's a new deck to win. Sure was all coming down early though. But yeah, then again, last one he only played the Buster. So he's always so obviously something is missing from his hand. Pastry for the Gun Cannon. Yeah, it feels like Kojak is just has nothing going on in his hand right now. Big thing that can happen here is he just says, "Okay, I'm just going to start swinging this Gundam because you're going to have to link, you're going to have to use a bunch of resources to get at me." And then he can just play out more units. Oh, we just decides to swing out instead. There's a very shiny starter Gundam. Yep, and like I said, he just plays out a bunch of cards. He says, okay, deal with this. But unfortunately, he's not playing green ramp where you just say, okay, I'm going to play one card because I've ramped enough by now to wipe the entire board. Anksha. Double Anksha's away one of them. Needs to clear something else would be not dead on board. But would still be dead, so a link still. You see a Manager in hand. Probably looking to rest something else, so it can take out multiple things at once. Which I think will be pretty good to do right now. I also see an Amaro in hand. I think I saw. But put against the Manager. Rest the Grey's Custom. Swing into Grey's Custom with the gun cannon. Swing into the gun tank with the gym. Because the unfortunate thing of why he's just a little too close to death. No, he swings it all the way around. Okay, he has another Manager. This time, a Beta Manager. He's contemplating what he should take out. Decides to take out the single. Which I think is fair enough. He's no longer just completely dead on board. You know what? The gun cannon now doesn't die to something else. So I don't fully hate this. Again, this is the issue of trying to commentate a game when you don't know the hands. And also because I don't see a blue-red played like this before. It's usually just all new type ping. Where here, obviously, we have a lot of the ping because we can see the gun tanks and the Ankshas. There's a lot, but there's a significantly heavier focus on. Owie! Oof! Ouch! Owie! That is the surprise. Your shields are gone. The purple does have. Because the thing is, now he doesn't need. The thing is, he could just swing for game now. Yep, this will take 2 shields. Neither of which is a base, and that's game. That is the surprise 2 checks. You thought you were safe getting rid of these 2 checks. Nope, they are back, and they are coming at your face. The Barbatos fourth form, which I keep forgetting to add to my thing, comes down with a bang as it's a like new type ping with support. As we now go over to table 2. With a health and a well. And only X Gecko. It looks like it's Oni's turn. And looks like Oni's in a very good position. Yep, gets the Corsica base down. Only issue is there's a sword strike on the field, and if that survives to the next turn, then it's a very, very, very goodbye, Tall Geese. So unless he's fishing for something to get rid of it, I think that's a bit of a mistake. Yeah, this is the game that dictates, do we see another game? Yeah, it looks like there's one card in hand from a... Oh no, that's the resources. Can't see the cards in hand from Oni X. However, considering the level and playing, it looks like the aggro deck. Ooh, has the Amaro. And that's the wrong block. If that's swinging anything but shields, then that's the wrong block. Nope, going for shields. So definitely, so in that case, a good block. Unforeseen comes down. Is there going to be another link? And there is another link. We have one more round. We do have the final round. One Year War Rush, showing why it is around and why it's been doing so well. One more round. We had DRK versus Oni X Gecko. Looking back at previous Sundams, this will be one of their first Sundam wins. So so it was going to be definitely big congratulations to whoever wins this, as they have neither of them have won a Sundam yet. So more congratulations, Reynarda. Round 4 is going to be going up soon. And after that, we will have our champion. Our winner of this week's Sundam. and taking home the prize of 25 points. In second place, getting 15. 25 points again, being roughly 25 euros if you decide to just cash out. And also, before we do jump into the final round, I want to give a quick shout out to our friends over at Spellgalaxen. They are Swedish-based Discord and game store, hosting their own weeklies online every Thursday. This is EU only, for their participation pricing is being sent internationally. Doing that outside of Europe gets very expensive. However, we do want to support every other local scene we can, for we are a global community. And so if we can support people elsewhere, we will do exactly that. I need to, once again, grab the link of the Spellgalaxen Discord from somewhere eventually when I find the server, so I can send an invite to here. Because this way, to you, our good friends, we can say, go check them out. Tell them that Sundom or Man in Blue sent you. I hope they see that everyone is coming around. I hope they're able to grow more and more over time. And with that, it looks like the final round is almost ready to begin. And DRK versus Oni X Gecko. Excuse me. The final round. Just waiting for one more person to show up and then we will be ready to start the gameplay. By that I mean, I keep forgetting Oni has a stream I need to change to for it to work, and now we transition over. Let's go! Final round! And then after this, I'm going to finish building a Gunpla, because I just have to build the waist and the equipment of the Caliban, which, by the way, is a sick-looking mobile suit. And I cannot wait to get it finished. Oh, and that's finished. I also picked up the Daryl Bald, because if you can't tell, I'm a bit of a Witch from Mercury fan. Eventually, I'm going to pick up like all the non-P Bandai Witch from Mercury kits. Eventually, there's a few of them. But I'm slowly getting there. Both players going to be checking their opening hands. DRK Muller admiring their EX base. Probably just comparing because they both have the G Eternal ones. Which we'll say I'm looking forward to getting my hands on. Which is going to be starting next month. I believe that's when they will be given out. So I'm looking forward to that. I need more aerial cards. Because my aerial collection is so good. I'm so happy that I have been able to get a hold of every aerial card so far. And luckily there's only one from the new set I need to get to, so I don't need to worry. Muller deciding he needs a mulligan. This is probably going to be a fast game, because both players, I think, are playing very fast decks. And off we go to the races. Seems that Muller is going second. And off we go. They just draw resource pass, draw, sees a gem, and passes. But at a level 2. There he goes, plays the gem. Has a second unit. Has a Zaku 2. That's a good start. One might say that's a near ideal start. Plays Jim. Plays Gray's Custom. And then just passes. Most likely just waiting for the defensive game. Because he knows just one of his units can take out that Zaku 2 and survive. And it puts the onus back on Oni for actually taking it out. Feels like it is just going to be swing for shields, just go, 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 go. Yep, Jim takes a swing, hits a Gundam. I really see any more units played out, any more one-drops, any more swings. Phase 2 for Shah. Does he have the Shah? He does. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Especially because on the field, there's no cards that could just take it out in one swing. That's very good to get that extra. That is very good to be able to get that out right now. What's he going to do to get rid of this? Now he needs to start doing something, otherwise it's going to get out of hand very fast. He's already down a lot. Most likely take out the Zaku 2. Yeah, the 1 health one. Yep. Are you going to see a pilot put on something? Yeah, this is a rough situation now. Yeah, just puts 2 units into it. And we're going to see a gun cannon or an archer. And then the Mikazuki. Yep, and then just end of turn and recovers. That's not bad. Good way of clearing board. It's all done. He's trying to steal some he's trying to steal some of the tempo back. Gonna see Korska base put out. That's pretty good. Again, another Korska base, and you just get to flush the board again. Yeah, that started Gundam being able to recover one from hitting itself in the face with Mikazuki. But Oni X is able to keep going wide. And just, again, keep swinging. That's all you gotta do. Again, he's just a link away from winning now if he doesn't clear the gym, which he's going to have to do. I think the Grace Custom is probably going to sacrifice itself. Oh yeah, but in a better way. Rest the, that's an instant rest the Tall Goose. Tall Geese. Nice, well played around. This means the Gundam could swing in and repair still. Take himself out of lethal range. This takes the 2. Play out a unit or 2. Ooh, just fatal strikes. Probably just during that turn, otherwise he probably would have just fail striked the Link's Char before, and then well, again, he couldn't really Mikazuki then. But you know, they're still leaving with another unit on board. They're still pretty well played. Overflowing. This could be a big swing in tempo. If a DRK can find a bunch of stuff, then potentially gets him support himself in a pretty strong position. But still, being so low on a shields is always, it's pretty scary. Mia takes out the base, nice and easy. Show resolve for himself. The big thing he has to remember, though, he is playing purple, so he does have suppression on his side. So it can very, very easily annihilate shields. But to me, it just seems like it just takes one very big go wide, and it could be really rough to come back from. I'd definitely say Muller at this point is the underdog, playing the much less understood and less played deck with blue-purple, whereas One Year Rush is very popular, very, very well understood. People know what this deck does. Finds the Rig Dom, swings in to the that probably just means he has like an archer or a gun cannon, so he can just pink it now. It's the archer, which I still think is pretty good for a. It's still good for DRK because it means you got to take out like a couple of things with it. So in the end, I think he's happy. The Rig Dom comes down. And another Shazaku. Yeah, I think at this point, the suppression is kind of needed. He has just hit turn 6, so if he has it, you need to rip that band-aid off. Because otherwise, you are just in a really rough position, because you won't be able to take enough. Gundam and the Amuro, that's good. That's very good. You instant take out the Rig Dom here. Nothing else matters. You do not want to let someone have any chance of breach. Swings into shield, just says, yep, I'm going to risk it, giving you a pilot. No pilot. Oh, and he has, is that a, that's the second form? If he has the link in hand, that's a, that could be it. See, the thing is, this is a thing with suppression now, is that a lot of the mass is completely changed. Because you know at any point now, you could just be down 2 more shields than you thought, which in this case would be lethal. Corsica base comes down. Gets a couple little guys, goes wide. Yeah, only definitely needs to take care of something though. Is say, otherwise that results just going to clear base and just go swing, 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 swing. Peisu for another Shah has just gone so wide, and there's the Shah. I think he's just going to get him down to zero shields and say, "That's it, go." Yep, I think he's just putting a DRK on. You don't have it. Oh, as he reveals one of the 4th forms. That's where you don't want them to be. You want those to be in your hand. And plays down 1 more. The thing is, technically, a DRK could win if he specifically hits the 4th form link and there's no other base. And it could be the most, it's so over, we're so back. And I think he just scoops there. Doesn't quite have it. Congratulations to Oni X Gecko for their first win. One year rush just once again showing what it can do. It is such a devastating deck. It is so fast. And that is Sundom today. We have our winner. Congratulations to a Oni X on their first Sundom victory. Oh. There's only 1 more game, and then I'll be able to read off the placements. However, it is blue-white versus blue-white, it looks like, so this is a game for the long haul. As I'm just getting everything set up to showcase this final match. As now we'll watch the final table. Oh yeah, the last little game in before the end. So Strike just gets let through. That's 5. That's a justice. And just passes turn there. Just keeps up his blocker, lets his Gundam get healed. Because no, the Gundam will now be able to swing again on his next turn. It won't die to anything that blocks. So all of a sudden it's just something that it needs to be dealt with. Oh, we're going to see Aerial Rebuild. That's not a card we've seen in a hot minute. It has been a while since we've seen that. But yeah, just picks... It's just... Off that is just able to pick up the... Show Resolve. Is able to just swing into the Sword Strike. Most likely then just play Show Resolve. Nope. Oh, nope, that's a... That's a freedom. It's a lot to block with now, and yep. And now it just gets to swing with Gundam with like reckless abandon because it just tanks whatever comes at its way. Kira to hand. The freedoms are going to be online soon, which is going to be huge. But again, it could just be another case of swing Gundam, relax. But I think with that Kira now, it becomes a lot less so. What's it going to be now to finish off? 4. Amuro. And yep, now just can swing the... Could just swing the Justice now, and that will tank whatever gets blocked and take it out as well. So that's a pretty damn good thing to see around about now. No, but instead swings the Ale. It's just saying, I want to get rid of both of these freedoms. And if you let my stuff through, because I think this is going to take it out. No, is he just waiting to find something that pings? Patriot Resort, he's not swinging the... I'm surprised he's not swinging the Justice. Because again, the Justice is the same place as the Gundam, where it has enough to get through. Is he forgetting the +1? There's a Show Resolve that was picked up last turn. But the thing is, he's facing down like a full board. We know he has another blocker, but is it going to be enough? If it would be enough to stop it, but he'd be losing a lot. Like, hell, NOL just needs to slow roll this now. He just swings the stuff that can take out the Justices, gets it blocked by everything else, and then just gets to say, have enough blockers. Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. And gets to shoot something else down his AP. Swings, gets a resource back. That's thanks to the Soletta. But the unforeseen is there. Yeah, this is the issue with blue-white is when you're playing, it's such a fun matchup, but commentating it, because there's so much thinking involved, and you have to play all of your cards right. We'll get another nerf. Does get to say parry this. I think the Gundam's already at is already on -2. Yeah, just decides to feed him the small blocker. And there's the big one going. Yep, just lets that through. Gets a Corsica base. Now, Hell Animal does have enough big swings to be able to break through as it stands. Still has just enough, although one of them will perish. Though if he just swings the Justice, so he just swings the Justice and the undamaged Ale first, then one of them will probably have to get through. Imagine looking at the damage taken by the Justice, though, he's probably just going to swing that through, say, I want to take out the Justice. Do you have the unforeseen? Because like the one standing is definitely showing it, and it looks like he does. Yep. But it means it's not going to get used now. Three has a course cover of his own. Both plays going wide. Yeah, he will need that Corsica base to be gone. I don't think he can lounge around for too long, though. Oh, those Justices are going to get out of hand fast. I think it's a swing Justice, swing a... Or like swing both of those round. Yep. Just want to take care of base. Yep, he knows you can't let him have the base. Like now if you swing the Justice through it, you just go, okay, great, now what? Because if he blocks it, it's a really rough block. Because it means, you know, the damaged Ale can then take it out as well if it wants to. Seems to be counting up a fair amount. But where's this going to go? The real thinking game. Because I can't see what's in his hand, I can't try and make any kind of decision making. Like, for me, it's an instant rip. You swing the justice, you get rid of another blocker. You ammo it. That works. Now it's a guaranteed take. You get to keep both of a... get to keep your other blocker alive. Again, something else standing. And pays 2 for a Grace Commander and just says go. Yeah, that's a full board of things that can swing. Only 3 blockers on a Levo side. No, you see, Dino. The mirror is only terrible trying to cast it. The blue-white mirror, in my opinion, is the most fun mirror out of all the current decks. Because it's such a tactical game. Because it's like with aggro mirrors, there's a bit of strategy in there. You try and go fast. In that case, it just might be that blue-white isn't for you, Dino. Because like for me, whenever I've been playing, I've just been going, holy hell, this is like the best thing ever. There's so much you can do. It's like the most... it's by far like the most skill intensive, for sure. Where, you know, considering neither player bricks, is the one where it comes down like the finest line of don't make any mistakes and you will win. We see Aerial Rebuild come back again. Look like they're just going to bring back another Show Resolve. Yeah, just trying to get through the deck, find the cards they need. Because again, that's why Aerial Rebuild was like seen as like one of the really good tech cards early on. Was just being able to refund your, hey, I'm going to draw 2 cards, is so good. And it's super powerful to be able to do. The biggest like reason why he sees less and less play is there's just so many things it can do that are able to like end the game significantly quicker. And like with the way the pace of the game gone, Rebuild is the slow game dream of just, I'm going to keep taking resources and just keep on going. Because you just go, yeah, I'm going to pick up a Show Resolve, I'm going to get more cards, I'm going to be able to do more things than you. Mightn't you deck yourself out a bunch? Yeah. But if it's gone that long, then you're basically winning at that point, or you're playing so badly you can't end the game. Or the high maneuver aerial, again, it feels like it's so close to being good. But it just doesn't fit anywhere, sadly. And there we go. And there's the game. Health NOL takes it in the end. It just ends up going wide enough with Levo unable to clear everything in time. And then once that's reported through, we'll be able to do the standings. I'm going to keep refreshing the standings until I can say, here was our winner. We can go over to our page of, hey, the stream's ending, and then I will be saying goodbye to everybody. Come on, Danny. It is time. You show us that. There we go. And now here we have it. We do have the victories. And yeah, Coach X, so much of the Academy stuff screams potential that they just have nothing to give. But anyway, as we now look at the terms, we can see congratulations on Oni X Gecko on your first Sundom win. Congratulations to DRK for making it to second place, Kujex for third, and Estesio for 4. And now for the big single readout, which is going to be pretty easy because there's only 10 people. We have Oni X Gecko, DRK, Muller, Kujex, Estesia, Health, NOL, Rickster 117, Lebo, Fed, Locust, Sir the Third, and Rathboy. Thank you everybody for joining in Sundom. Thank you everybody for watching once again. It is always so great to see everybody here. And remember, next week we have something cool. Next week, set 2 is allowed. So make sure to get your set 2. If you need to, get your proxy set up, as I'm fairly certain I remember being said that for the first week of set 2, we'll be allowing proxies to make sure that people that want to take part in set 2 are able to take part even if they have not been able to get their product straight away. Because we know what Bandai are like, because we know they can be pretty rough with it. But yeah, thanks once again everybody for watching. It's been an honor to have everybody here, everybody taking part. And I will see you all next week for GDO 2 and STO 6.